McKibbin, Geraghty, options here. Oh, just one boot on the touchline.
Yeah, a bit of a let-off. London Irish actually just building in confidence. The one thing which have been lacking from them all season has certainly been belief. And they've gone in just slightly up, and that's just a little error from Danny Kerr there. Just not quite aware of his whereabouts. It gives London Irish that ball back, but a lot of possession, like I mentioned, from London Irish, getting through the phases. But Jamie Roberts, this guy's been signed for a couple of reasons. One, to get over the top of people, and defensively to make massive hits. And how about this? David Pace, senior player, hooker, stopped that dead. Fair play to Irish, kept hold of the ball. Lovely kick to the corner for Shane Geraghty. Another attacking opportunity.
I agree with that. Every time I've watched Jamie Roberts live this year, yes, he runs good lines, yes, he communicates well, it's a safe pair of hands and all that, but what has really stuck out for me above anything else has been his physicality and his just commitment, his sort of frenzied defence. He loves a big hit, but he puts his body right in there. Considering he's the sort of guy that's going to walk into his national side anyway, deserves a bit of credit for that.
Well, it looks like he means business tonight, for sure. Trying the final for the Cardiff Blues way back in 2010 over Toulon. Irish threatening here. 10 metres out. Quins beginning to splinter.
These become difficult to stop legally. You've got a couple of guys from London Irish in a really nice position in the power there, in the power positions. They're low, you've got centres joining in. Borfi Clues is in there. Not sure he's got a huge amount of weight, but he's up for it. Quins have done just enough to stop that before the line.
I tell you what, if they haven't scored that, massive credit's got to go to George Merrick. The way he managed to negotiate his way through that maul. Made that very awkward.
I have the same picture by myself, okay? We'll check that. TMO, Carlo? Any reason why I cannot award the try? We've seen the grounding, but we want to make sure it's nothing in the process.
Okay, I'll have a look.
Thank you.
Yeah, the advice from the assistant referee Ben Whitehouse on this this near side touch, saying that he'd seen the ball grounded, but he wasn't sure how it had got there.
Royal Mail, have a look. It's a bit messy from Irish, but ultimately powerful, tightly bound. Oh, where's that ball?
We have a few more bodies. They've done well to see the ball grounded.
There's a ball. Now he's on the floor, McKibbin. Now, is that McKibbin at the back there? I think it was 9 on his back.
It is.
If it is, I reckon that's close to a double movement. Unless I don't think he might not be held, actually.
I think that's a
Must
try.
be having a crawl.
He sheared. It looks like he sheared off the maul on his own, one-man army, and managed to get that down. If you look bottom right, just as this drops, McKibbin,
because it wasn't attacking.
I think manages to snaffle this. Put him off our screen.
I don't think the Quins lads. I don't think anyone knows where the ball is, frankly. How would you?
Yeah, it is there. You can see.
He's got it down. He's not held by a Harlequin.
Yes, Carlo. So I made the try.
Wow.
Try.
Try awarded. Irish getting the rub of the green, which is not something they've had this season. Brendan McKibbin has struck. They're back in front.
Yeah, it's McKibbin's first ever try for London Irish, and rule number 1, never ever break off a driving maul on your own unless you score. And he managed it. What's interesting for me is you look at that first half, and Quins have made a lot of carries. They've made 55 carries. Sounds good until you realise they've only been in opposition territory for, what is it, 33% of this match. So a third of the match in opposition territory means they're playing a huge amount of rugby in their own half, and there's the Quins way we all know and love and all that, but at some point you've got to get pragmatic. London Irish are feasting on errors, and when they get the ball they're keeping it and scoring.
Okay, grazie. Do it,
Geraghty is nailing his kicks from the touchline. 23 points to 18. Irish flags waving.
Number 2 and number 3.
Smiles all round from those in green.
I think we're in danger of saying this is all about Harlequins not playing well enough, but you know what? London Irish have come to play. They're really delivering. Shane Geraghty's one of those players that, as a neutral, is just wonderful to watch when he's on his game.